Hey guys, how's it going? So, I hate doing these red day recaps. It seems like more and more there's been, red days happening. It's been a tough couple days, I'm not going to lie, cuz this is the third day in a row that I'm red. So, what's going on here? So, I didn't upload a video yesterday cuz I just kind of wanted to forget about what happened. It was like I had a profit and then I kind of traded the profit away. It wasn't really out of revenge trading or over trading. I got rid of that pretty quickly from from last Friday, but I really have to keep in mind that this market is not strong anymore. I can't, keep taking the second and third setup because these stocks they pop up and then they drop right back down. So, for example, NSPR, this is the first one today that actually finally had a second and third move, but yesterday, what are the names? I wish I had written them down. I didn't want to have anything to do with that. I wanted to forget about it as soon as I could. Where's really trying to find a good example for you. Anyways, what would happen is typically the stocks would squeeze up from maybe $2 or $3 all the way up to $4 and then get shot right back down in the next 1 minute candle. So it would be just a straight up candle and a straight down candle. So the first 1 minute candle to make a new high after that would also get rejected and it would just keep selling off and keep selling off. Let me just quickly look for an example here. I think I can find one on YouTube. There's a guy I follow that was talking about these stocks, so I'm gonna go on his video and I'm gonna look quickly. So Tops and Ogen, let's see this, Tops. Yeah, so these stocks, they just kind of pop up and they come right back down. And the first 1 minute candle to make a new high doesn't hold up and it sells off immediately. So another example would be Ogen. Oh, this is a great example. This is unfortunately a great example. Where was it here? Look at this. Look how crazy this is. So it pops on the scanners. It jumps up from 210 or so, and it goes all the way past 310. And then in the next candle, it's slammed all the way back down to 225. And then in the candle after that, it actually goes lower than 210, and it finishes the day red. Like, it's a completely random kind of shift in the market from, let's say, last week, where, things would get surged up. They would surge all the way up into a circuit breaker halt. They would open 20, 30, 40, 50 cents higher. They would kind of chop around for a minute, surge into another halt at 450, reopen at close to $5 or, push through 5 and then finally come back down. So that's just simply not the market we're in anymore. I'll show you what happened today. I'm upset again. Like, this is really holding me back from being a great trader because I keep doing this. I mean, I say that I'm doing it over and over, but it is getting better. So today would typically be one of my tilt days, and I only lost what I would gain on an average day. Typically, well, maybe a little bit more, but I was using more shares again. There was one stock, I think it was where is it here? ANTH, where I bought like 1,000 shares, 1,500 shares instead of my typical 500. I was using 500 at the start of the day. So with that said, I still kept the loss pretty tight. So, I'm happy with that, whereas before I would hold on until this set a couple hundred and then sell. So unfortunately, the progress for me is just so slow, and I think the point is that I am progressing, and I'm definitely going to make it to a point where I don't do this stuff anymore, and we can see that I'm still profitable on the month. Unfortunately, I just gave back, let's see how much I gave back. I just gave back, 1,600 Canadian in 3 days. after making that last week. So pretty much I just gave back, in 3 days, I gave back 4 days worth of profit. So that's not terrible, but it's not something that I want to do, because sure, I'm still profitable in the month, and you know, my monthly expenses are really low. They're actually maybe a little bit lower than this. So I'm fine, and I have other sources of income, but it's just the journey, my specific journey as a trader has been really, really difficult to not acknowledge what I do wrong, because I'm really good at acknowledging, I guess, what I do wrong, and I've been working on those specific things. So before, you know, my red days, this red day was over $1,000. So right there, that's not good. And I've been using the same size account pretty much. So, you know, and then I started to make the red days a little less frequent, and then when they did happen, I made them less intense. So this one was only $338. So this one was only $123. So that was really good. That was my first profitable month. And it wasn't much, but you know, so far this month is shaping up to be a more profitable month. And I know I'm using 500 shares here instead of, you know, 200 shares, but even with that, you know, multiplier, you would think that this month is at least double that, because I've been using double the amount of shares typically. I know this week I used a lot more, but then I just erased this profit too. So that all of this profit is on 400 shares, and today's loss was on 500 shares. So it's shaping up to be an okay month. It's just, oh man, it's hard to explain, because once you see what you're doing wrong as a trader, and you're not making the progress as fast as you want, it can be frustrating. And I'm not gonna lie, it is, because I want to be, you know, making, you know, who doesn't want to be making thousands of dollars a day? But I've only been doing this for, I'll call it 8 months or so, like 6, 7, 8 months of live trading, and only my second month, hopefully this will be my second month of profitable trading. So I'm pretty new to this. Now, I've just been documenting my whole journey through this, like what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong, and it's really hard to do this recap today being red. I didn't want to. I didn't want to upload this. I didn't want to, whatever. But I'm being completely transparent, and even more than that, I'm holding myself accountable, because I know that I'm gonna have to explain why I did this. So I took a bunch of, again, I'll show you the video. So I missed the first pop on ASTC, and you know, I was irritated. I tried to get in as it was surging, and then when I realized it was too overextended, I stopped. Because yesterday, that's what got me into trouble. You know, I got in at 317, 318, and then of course, you know, it dropped, and I would have already been down 18 cents. You know, 20 cents, 30 cents. So I said to myself, okay, if it surges through that high at 318, it's probably going to keep going. So I waited for it to come back up, and I got in with my 500 shares. So right around, yep, right there, you know, 500 shares. I try and get out. I got it with 400 shares at 334. My last 100 shares out. So that was a really good, disciplined 7-second scalp. There was nothing wrong with that. I followed every rule. I used 500 shares. I wasn't greedy. That was good. And $83 profit, just like that. So that's great. So what did I do right after that? I did another amazing trade. So I see, where is it here? I missed the 1-minute setup on ASTC, unfortunately. I was going to try and get in for the first 1-minute candle, but I missed it. So I wasn't mad at that. That's also fine. NSPR was the leading gapper on the day. So pre-market, NSPR looked like this. It was a beautiful kind of flag pattern here. So a lot of traders were watching it simply because it was the leading gapper. You know, it was gapping up like 30% or something. So if it started to move, there was a good chance that a lot of traders would jump on it for that reason. and because it has a low float, and again because of this great flag pattern forming. So I saw it forming, and sure enough, as it started to come up, traders just jumped right on it. So let's watch what I did here. I got in for the break of the pre-market highs. I saw the volume coming in. There was buying, buying, buying. Sure enough, you know, I sold a little early on this push. I captured, what is it? Right around 11 or so cents on 500 shares. $50 profit with commission. That's pretty good. I should have bought into that 280 buyer or 280 seller being bought up. So you can see there's a seller here at 280. It was at 17,000 shares, 15,000 shares, 14. I should have bought into that maybe again for another quick scalp, but that's okay. So you know, with that I was up $130 on the day, US, so like maybe 170 Canadian. And that's where I should have slowed down. I should have told myself, okay, this market is kind of fucked up right now. Things are popping up and going straight back down. There's a lot of fear in the market for long buyers because they're thinking like, oh man, like these aren't continuing. So what if I buy high and then it drops 30, 40, 50 cents? So collectively, a lot of traders are thinking that. So there's just less buying going on. There's less confidence. And, you know, short sellers will they'll feed right on that. They'll attack that. They'll see these things surging up on the high of day scanners or whatever scanners they use, and that will be a big target for them, for the shorts to just pile in on it and send it straight back down. So the shorts will be making a lot of money as the long bias traders are then selling out of their positions on the way down. So, you know, that will work until it doesn't work. That'll keep working until we have the first stock. I mean, today that kind of happened with this one, actually, NSPR. So I fast forwarded a bit. See, I started taking a couple losses here. I kept the losses small, which was good, but like I got out of this quickly for a tiny loss, you know, $34. That was okay. I should have reduced my risk. I should have taken less shares as it went on. I overtraded. I just overtraded. I should have stopped after that third trade. And this wouldn't have even happened. So I take another couple, you know, tiny losses. Another, just tiny losses. So it's just, unfortunately, that's what happened. So what was I about to say? So today, NSPR, you know, there's that initial surge, a bit of a pullback, and then the first 1 minute candle to make a new high surged even higher. So maybe this will be again the turnaround where the shorts start to get a little more scared because they see this and they see it surging up so quickly and they go, okay, let's get short, because it's going to come straight back down, much like OGen did. But now that they see that they've gotten squeezed out, you know, a couple more stocks squeeze through that and squeeze them out, they're a little bit more hesitant to get in. So that might be the start of a shift of momentum back towards long buyers where, you know, things go up, they pull back a bit, and then they surge back up again, rather than this just pop and drop. So this is what happened today. You know, I wrote down that I didn't jump into the stupid setups like I did yesterday. I honed in on the ability to take a breather. I specifically did that. So, you know, I had something to work on yesterday, and I did that. So, you know, I worked on that, and I caught two great moves, but unfortunately I gave it all back and then doubled it. So I ended up pretty much 170 or whatever it was. Pretty much what I gained back in the red. Because I was up 80 plus 83 plus 50 or something, right? So that would have been 130. And then I ended in the red. I'm hoping, and I pretty much easily can. Actually, I think this is a holiday. This day is a U.S. holiday, so I guess I have 2 days to try and finish the week green, I suppose. And then on Monday, I think I'm gonna go up and maybe treat it as not a new month, but I'm gonna go up to, you know, my 500 or 600 shares. Because other than this, I've been really disciplined, and I've, well, so far, finished the month profitable. So that meets my rules for going up in share size. So as of next month, I'm going to be going up to 600 shares. Maybe I'll stay at 500 again. I'm not quite sure yet, but I'm going to be just slowly stepping it up. So I need to hone in. I need to focus on protecting profits when I have them. I don't think this will take me very long to figure out, because I've had this problem before, and I quickly like eradicated it. Same with this problem, you know, I waited for the pullback this time. I didn't just jump right in. So I'm proud of myself for doing that, while at the same time it's hard to be red 3 days in a row. It's hard to have such big losses after such, you know, great green days. So I don't really have much else to say today. Hopefully you guys are green today. You managed to protect your profits unlike I did. And we'll see if I can finish this week. So the last 2 days. Oh god, what am I doing? We'll see if I can finish the last 2 days in the green. And then we'll finish the week green, and we'll take the last day on Monday, and we'll finish the whole month in the green. So thanks for watching.